Hey Shinji. Hey Zasko. Hey Devil. Hey Gamer Elmo. Okie dokie. Hello, what match am I VOD reviewing? I'm finishing off All Gamers. Hey Shanyon. Hey Quicks. Still vid reviewing Valorant. CN, I see. Yes. You should come Epic Land for real, for real. I'm not going Epic Land, bro, but thank you for the sub. Epic Land. What's the site called with the esports earnings? Oh, wait, it's only got top 2. Epic Land 6. Jesus Christ. I think I won. Yeah, I won this one. Epic 7. Nice 500 quid between the 5 of us. When was that? 2011. First LAN win. I will not be back to defend my throne. Who are you reviewing? All Gamers. I'm continuing with All Gamers. There's a chance that there's a chance that Yinsu fucking just got raided by Boaster. There's a chance that Platchat does something for China, obviously, and might need some assistance on talking about China. So I need to make sure that I do finish this stuff. Albeit I'm a bit worried because I'm going to be very negative right now. All Gamers defense is rough. Very rough. Who is All Gamers? They are the best team coming out of China. Interesting clone. Going to be used to help flood in to B. But Veto middle. Veto middle. Hey Cal.
哦，感觉 XLG 是不是有可能打快的？因为 Ryan 直接起了一把狂怒在这张地图里。狂怒。
Trip is okay. The trip is okay, I think. This interceptor is a bit mad. Like, XRG are a double smoke mid team, so why do you need to intercept her? I think I honestly I I already want to skip this VOD. middle on this map might be one of the most like, I don't know. Do we need two smokes here? And do we need this util here? Like, do we really care? Does this matter? People are obsessed with middle in a way that like I don't really get. I get like doing pressuring middle and being able to B split is quite good. Having like lurk options and stuff. Two smokes and then and no info. Like still with AG, you just draw the line across the map where the barriers are, and they're always behind it. No information cycling.
但6有无人机，你看求稳的话，在这个角度开无人机是不会有问题的。对，被这个无人机逼回去了。哎，但只看到一个人，只知道有一个人，另外2个人的位置其实没有拿。
Where's Fanger's TP?
拿到换子弹有一个 timing 出现了，暗眼推的效果还不错，点内互换的情况下，现在明显 XLD 占领了一些优势，因为 Raga 在 A2 楼也杀了出来。看到头皮了。哎呦啊，也用自己的枪打掉了对手，把队列其实威胁性在手上是比较大的，3v3。
Hey Deluxe. Might be trying to feign their heavy middle, but what does that do? What does that do? Why would the interceptor middle, like, why would it matter that you tell the enemy that you might be heavy middle?
看回防的效果了，重生点这侧算是踩住了，但是2楼怎么办？这把狂怒在2楼是很大的威胁。高瑞奇手里有一个光能闪爆，这是为数不多的控制技能了，看一下能不能去把定点清了。先给一个支援体，哎，地下直接选择了干拉，双人的配合，直接把2个人全都打掉了。Raga 第2时间绕到。
Hit him for retake at least.
爆能器，好，是为数不多的控制。这算是踩住了，但是2楼怎么办？这把狂怒在2楼是很大的威胁。高瑞奇手里有一个光能闪爆，这是。
They have an open plant. They have an open plant with a guy heaven. As soon as the smoke starts dissipating, they should be rushing backwards. But instead, they go for a double peek here. I guess there is the worry on the flank that there's nothing. We don't know what's happening. But this isn't playing to the winning condition. I guess they did have Smoker alive, so they did play like a bit further back with guy up here. It's a bit rough, maybe. Trip placed passive. Don't hate it. But by the time it triggers, you're kind of fucked. So I'd prefer a little bit of earlier info. Like literally, I might keep a line drawn. Should we keep a line drawn? Should we play a game? I'm gonna draw a line like this across the map, and I'm gonna keep it there. And we're going to see how long it takes before all gamers have someone push past that line for more than like 20 seconds. Maybe the interceptors for your guys. I understand why there is an interceptor here. As in, but my question isn't what is it doing? My question is why do they think it's valuable? I understand what that interceptor is doing. It's going to break some utility that's thrown from mid default. I'm saying, why is that valuable? Is the smokes mid generally good as map to pull rotates from the sides and make the sites weaker? I think that if yes, in some respects, that like if you're gonna go B, like I would prefer to go B split if I know that the defenders are playing more on the site and leaving this open, and I'd rather go more B if they're playing more here and leaving this open, right? But it doesn't massively draw rotations across to middle, or shouldn't against good teams, because good teams aren't going to go re-clear middle and go into middle. They're going to play more from these spaces, these like intermittent spaces between middle and the site itself. They're going to be playing more in this kind of connector areas, because walking into middle is just shit. So if you do heavy take middle, I think defense has two options. They can just softly contain from the connectors, or they can just re-clear a space on the map. And so it's like not that big a deal. It's already very attack-sided map in my opinion, so I think it's like it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really matter that much in my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just think that that's the case, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna draw a line. I'm gonna draw a line here. I'm gonna do it like this. Here. Here. Back down at this. Can they get past this pink line in this VOD? Oh, sorry. We're gonna keep it there for a while. It's just anti-eco, so I obviously don't expect them to do pushes or anything, but on Pro and Bind, they didn't go past the barrier the entire game. Is it ever good value to use Interceptor for a single ability? Probably not. But I mean, if it's a drone against certain comps, then maybe. I mean, Vito's untradeability is more about the Interceptor than the other stuff. Bonus round. A round in which we would hope to see a push of some sort from all gamers. Are they going to be able to push past the pink line? I'm gonna redraw the line. It's got to be past this line here. I'm changing the goalposts, but it has to be past this line. I don't accept behind this box. This box is still, it's yellow territory for me. It's like, oh, they're kind of teasing something. They're at least doing something. They are stacking. I'll accept the stack. And they are doing something relatively proactive. This is the most proactive thing I've seen them do across the three maps. How's the Vito looking? They're another team that doesn't do anything interesting with Vito, so probably not very good. I'm more concerned that this team doesn't push past anything interesting on the map for 12 rounds every single map. The game I'm currently playing is, are they going to push past these pink lines? Even when, see that? Like, even when they had priority over middle to go through and push against a B exec, they don't even go past the pink line. This setup is designed for them to push past the pink line, and they don't even push past it. We're going to keep that line there. Eco round is maybe the round they'll do it on. Okay. Still not behind the line. A little bit of proactivity again. Like this is giving me like a small, like a half a tick. So like at least they are pushing to bookcase. Like this is pretty decent. I'll give them credit here, but like honestly, like they need to do something at one point but past the pink line. And it's not like he even pushes out. A redrone A main. A. The drone's gonna get past the pink line. The drone's made it, but a human hasn't.
中路6这个位置应该能够有一个结过点的机会。6截了2个，而且谢克虽然补上枪，但是现在人数劣势已经出现了。把一突决斗和烟给打掉了。但是回防没有烟了呀。对啊，没有烟这个爆炸器几乎是操作不了的状态。要不要考虑？想操作，还要
Honestly, I'm not gonna engage with this Vod as much as unless I see them push past this pink line. I don't count eco rounds. It doesn't count. They've only ever pushed past pink lines on eco rounds. I don't accept it. Don't accept it. They're not even doing it. Even on ecos, they're not doing it. Recon's made it past, but not a human. This eco doesn't count, guys. It doesn't count. They waste an ult on an eco round.
是的，挤在一团的话，那感觉有机会。那上来确实看到了这波技能的一个 combo 组合。又来出，哎，选择开喷吗？那其实也还好。
I was told this team, like I've heard murmurs about this team being good. Their defense is possibly one of the worst I've seen. For a team going to a global event in like 2026, it's very poor. Oh, hello? It might be it, guys. It might be it. It's a Fangear show, but the guy's not even allowed to do anything. Is he gonna do it? Oh. Nope.
Kira 虽然是混掉了对方的一个留一手，哦呦 ，Newman 用短炮解决了战斗。那这一回合的悬念已经不是特别大，现在是一个3v2，进攻方可以把爆弹器安装了，看这个回防的角度了。但Leo出不来，有狂烈程度也没用，他只能在点内去硬。
For not being allowed to do anything until you win F4 if you fully left the leash end of last in French VCR. There's not a chance they can win games at this tournament or even like win meaningful. Like they're not going to go deep in this tournament if they play a Yuri behind the line. Like I don't care what the player is. Like there's no way that like what how did this go for them? They won 11-1 on pro defense with a defense that makes no sense. They won this many on split defense with a defense that makes no sense. And then it doesn't surprise me then when on like the later maps that they just don't get any rounds. Like I don't really get it. There's no way in hell that any team with reasonable coaching staff doesn't look at this defense and just dismantle it. What's your biggest tip for new IGLs? The biggest tip for new IGLs is realizing that IGLing isn't just all the stuff in the game. Like, you can be a relatively mediocre in-game cooler and be very successful by being a good leader. Like, your goal is to be a good leader, not just be a good, like, cooler.
一个1v2的残决，重力之影先拉断，还有二波有心一脉冲，
Oh, he's okay.
正面的对枪，但是去回收回来给到粉太多的压力很大的，对，你要扛压，然后你要找到对面这个阵容真的的一个位置，它其实挺比赛经验的积累的啊，而且其实
He's touching it.
几分 XOG 他也不是说我上来要给你提速爆一波，他基本都是还是线下。
Finally.
你往前推的过程当中，有
It
可
took
能明知
it took
枪
it
过
took
来
three
之后
it took 3 VODs.
被对面打
It
到，
took 3 VODs in 7
好像
rounds.
邻居真有机会
但能
吗？
猜到的。
哦，回旋跳，骗到了邻居，
太懂了。
直接转往
Okay.
去了。
而且你可以看到，粉格尔第一个锚点没了，第二个锚点给的点后，他是
Bro, you need to
不具备快速回避的能
但是
力的。
AG 这一波是一个前
Where's the drone? Like, what are we doing? Is there any?
双架，这是没有退路的双架。
是
What's he doing? What is this setup? What's this VO setup? Once again, just intercept a mid.
好，
你要
压力很大的。
对，你要扛压，然后你要找到对面这个。
That like XRG just going B and gonna like it looks like they're very confident going B, right? Why are we not just putting stuff on B? What is this trip? It looks so random to me. When do you think we'll see more teams index into Sage Vice Chamber combo? Veto. Sage Vice Chamber Veto to anti-limit. So Swaraq and Fnatic have decent success with it. Huh? Fnatic didn't do that. Oh, I don't think you Fnatic played Vice. I don't think Vice solo is the answer. And Hierarchy played Chamber, which is a start. I think combining the two is like good though.
这种真空期的一个位置，他其实挺看你对于比赛经验的积累的。
他基本都是还是先
哎，到了邻居，
太懂了，
直接转往 B 点去了。
快速回避的能力。
这位置包吃闪。
在人里面，
严严，
And then they don't even. I don't know.
点保护一下自己的站位。
It's difficult to watch.
人里面短炮，
和 Leo 各收一个，一个是短炮贴脸，另外一个是牵。
还要再度理性。
雅致，
现在 AJ
会有一个
加上自己是一个换人嘛，
嗯
容错和保底的，
啊
没有那么怕。这次队友帮忙，
把民居听到了回旋跳的声音出来了，终于狙到人了
What the fuck is Noman
帮忙
doing?
处理了技能组，
啊！
终于是找到了一个前顶区的机会。
I honestly think Fanga should just be playing
后续
Jet.
的话，又贴到了中路点，再去转 B 吗 ？Kira 有反应过来了，两个人要接触。
第一波接一个，
一换一并不是特别的理想。AU1 的这个位置，对方可能直接开飞机找了。
这边走吗？
我11滴血，
很危险，
但他的位置有点不太好。
雷击剑，
精准锁敌的雷击剑。
我是里有这个熟练度啊，把猎枭玩的非常的清晰。
是。
那现在把爆能器安装，又是一个非常明显的3v3
Does Sop and Echo play today with Off? I don't know actually. I don't know. I would hope so.
主要是 Happy 维在中路。
Which teams would be looking at for in Santiago? We're putting pressure on APAC. APAC needs to win that event. They've had 5 years with this meta. It's time to show up.
给了一个闪，把枪位给抢回
Prove
来
to us
了
why you're the best region in the world.
直接过来去找一下对枪的说法，但 Fangir 没有。
往下落去补是被摆扑击了，听到脚下斯肯。
What has happened here? Like they had a 5v3, didn't they?
一换一并不是又贴到了中路点，再去转 B 吗？
Oh no, it was a 5v4. Sorry, I thought think about the wrong round.
帮忙处理了技能组，
Random paranoia.
终于是找到了一个
Random
前顶
recon.
区的机会。
是的，
那后续的话，
Why are we not watching mid at all?
又贴到了
If you're gonna trip here, you watch mid surely. Like you can't.
点，再去转 B 吗
I don't.
？Kira 有反应过来了，要接触。有点把
这场
往下处理，
而且了，
嗯，
就如果的进一个
有摆这
之后一
些技能
啊
其实都还有一些比较关键的技能，类似于时光修罗场和宇宙分裂，
啊，
但是多一个狂烈之怒。
狂烈之怒直接来。
If you give this much space to a team, that's good. They just get rolled.
没有能够形成击杀，第三件能射到吗？也没有，终极技能直接推出来。Noman 是吃到
And look, where they had to ult because they thought it was A hit because they have no info.
但这个也只能说是稍微拖一些时间。
啊，第二波要打对于 B 点的夹击，
中路3
Hello?
个是摸得
Redrone?
靠前
Redrone?
了，要看一下
Redrone?
下过点，直接被摘掉，那
对
这样 B 区已经是要告破了，
得看一下 Fangir，
直接被靠前了，要看一下 AU1 下过点，
看一下 Fangir 在点内能不能够扛一波压力，但是他
His
刚才那个
TP's
矛
ran
盾
out.
已经 被发现了。
Wait, his TP. Why is his TP on B side? Oh, because he's lost
中
link.
人已经是摸得很靠，期待掉。
He's kind of fucked.
压力，但他刚才这个锚点是不是已经被发现了位置啊？
下一个是谁？
他锚点就在脚下，
锚点在脚下，那没事了。锚点在脚下，那没事。
那只能在点的硬扛了。
If you watch Envy, you will go crazy. What? Why is that? Don't Envy actually push stuff?
那没事了。锚点在脚下，
那只能在点的硬扛了。
扛有机会，扛了2个，他的位置被找到，但是同样。
I'm pretty sure I'd much rather watch Envy defense.
扛到了凹槽的位置，面对的 Raga 虽然没有能够打过，但拖延了足够多的时间。
再运一下爆能器，给到一个靠 AY 的靠 BY 的爆能器角度。 有宇宙分裂啊，那现在进攻方可能没办法退走了。
而有这个位置也照到了，终极技能直接推过来，去拖延时间。Happy 维先打了1个，但自己被补掉。
现在是一个2v2。
Well, my impressions on AG so far, I think they are the worst team at defense coming into Santiago,
应该是一个高级的爽了，但是
from what I've seen so far.
高瑞奇还在发力，
But they do have good player quality.
前推，但是
I would be
他的
surprised if
位
they're the
置
best team in China
捷足先
consistently.
能看到了 AG 的韧性
Like,
在此刻
if
展
the
示
rest of
出来
China
了
agreed that all gamers are their best hope, then I would be very scared for their chances at Santiago. Maybe their attack sides are better, but their defense would get absolutely ripped apart. Like, I'm telling you, you give me Boaster as an IGO, and you let him. I give him the anti-strat, and it's over. Like, you give him any 4 players.
抓到这样的一个机会啊，而且残局里面那个宇宙分裂架
是
投入还蛮多的，3个终极技能全给了。
第一波无人机过来直接炸。
What do I think of Fangir? I think he's decent. Like, individually decent. He's being used very poorly, but he individually is decent. Like, he doesn't. He's pushed past this line once in 3 maps, kind of vibe, you know, on a gun round, which is it's pretty bad.
扎到了，扎到人的信息在点后。
It's not his fault. He's being coached wrong.
想要来尝试下 A。
I came into this with like a completely open mind, by the way. Like, I was really coming into this VOD thinking my thought process went like this, right? EDG historically have been pretty good, and then they're like struggling bad. FPX looked like a really good team on paper, and they got smashed. So I was thinking, oh, okay, like my perception of China, maybe these other teams are just like actually really good, because like these you know, the teams that I thought are good in China are actually struggling. And then I come into this VOD, and the defense side is just rough. It's rough. They basically require them to get heroics on-site heroics. Is basically what the game is. Usually when it comes down to individual kind of defense play, it's about heroics, like aggressive heroics, and then flooding, you know? Flooding with the information from your aggression. For like teams that play like individual. How does someone present themselves as an analyst to Valorant teams? You need to specify the question more. What do you mean? Will they get hired anti-strat at Santiago? Anyone with a decent game plan against their defense should win against them. I don't know anything about PaperX because I've not watched PaperX yet. I have only VOD reviewed a couple of EMEA games and all gamers. Or one EMEA team. I have no thoughts on any teams, bar the ones I've VOD reviewed.
直接戴面具了吗？神鬼不觉开始找人，
顺便捡一把枪起来。
他发现了，好像点力已经是干净了，都在外边。第一次的柴包应该会被重力之刑打断，还有人要过来看一下。Happy 维被解决掉了，高处的位置留一手，先跳下来7发子弹被穿透了，他接
在残局
再咬住了比分。
流水也是再次在残局赢下之后站了起来，还是跟对手互动了一下。 请看呢，目前比分持僵持。
Nice little Astro.
都是比较紧张的。你看到，尽管赢下来了 ，XLG 的经济也并不好。
但就问是有一把结果。
反正也
3连
对于也得强
It's eco. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. He did pass it for a second. Doesn't count. It's eco.
穿掉人化。
来说，因为
在这最后一个回合在上半场，要直接踢一波啊，离魂直接落了。
对直接落，自己给自己
Okay. The other thing is that because they never have any forward pressure, they don't understand how to push. Their entire defense is play behind this line, and then only ever rotate sideways. It's like if my anti-strat usually has like 5, like I'd say like 3, 4, 5 keynotes to remember about the other team. If the keynotes are never aggressive, never aggro, and the second one is always rotate sideways, rotates through CT, like you're done. Like you're so done. Like it's over.
封个眼，
直接提，这一波必须完全是放空的。
对，
安了包之后要不要射？有开无人机了，好像
这个 timing 抓吗？不抓。
不抓，还在等。
If you wanted to specifically anti them,
哦，
you could just throw a brimstone into your comp. Like honestly, if they throw a brimstone instead of like the omen here,
最终再用一个交叉稳稳收下高瑞奇。
they would win every single round.
上半场的比分被定格在了2分的分差。
有点难受。这一分的 AG 又一次没有猜对点啊，这波闭眼的空放正好被。
Do you mean how do you find a team to work with, or do you mean how do you present your work? Because they're two different questions. And the answer to getting your work in front of people who matter is just networking properly and having that work networking properly, but also just having some examples of your thinking. So you know, have a fucking Substack or something where you write whatever the fuck people use these days to write some blogs about how Valorant is played, or do some videos about some theory or something, and just have that as examples that you can show people. I heard you're Vod reviewing every single gamer. It might be better. How do I present my work? That's completely up to the kind of work you're good at. Or you're trying to show. If you think you're good at anti-stratting and preparing that, then show some anti-strats. If you think you're better at like some map theory, show your map theory. If you're better at giving feedback around existing map theory, then like, I don't know, VOD reviews some teams and like show how you can make them better or something. I would present it either through like a very clear presentation or a video. Teo would be pretty good against AG, yeah. Anything post-plant basically would work because they don't flank. They're never going to flank you.
快一些，但你在，
而且没有人，
我觉得打的
对吧
OK。
Okay.
虽然 XLG 有领先，但这张地图毕竟是一个公图嘛。
就是看手枪分的一个归属情况了。来到了 A 区的进攻边，我觉得谢手。
而且对于 AG 来说，其实 AU1 的这个镜面更多的是一个跟团哨，得跟团来打。第一波对枪来说，其实 AU1 的这个镜面更多的是一个跟团哨，得跟团来打。第一波对枪，Leo 远距离先对了一个，
但他自己的位置好像不
团来打。对于 AG 来说，其实
What does this smoke do? Is this a bigger threat than this? I guess you can hold this, and then you can scale up here.
AU1 的这个镜面更多是一个跟团哨，得跟团来打。第一波对枪，Leo 远距离先对了一个，
但他自己的位置好像不太好走。这是点了个保护烟吗？
直接想
点了交弹把人接走了。
对，直接接走。
很细节。
像 AG
Isn't it better to just full smoke this than it is to smoke this? If you're gonna.
其实会有一些尴尬，上来很难去通过提速来解决问题。
但是对枪，
这下其实先声夺人，但是没有稳下来。
对，没稳住枪线。
哈皮维的血量并不是很理想，但是幸福手里这点队友枪还没有雷击剑，解决不掉。火箭跳，这个爆能器安装应该是前顶。
找到了一个
射箭被发现了，弹了个闪。 他知道1、2楼都要被包夹，所以粉盖尔选择且战且退，先退到相对来说比较安全的位置。
那现在有个隐患是在于 Happy 维的血量比较低，13滴血，但是还再多对了一个1楼粉盖尔，还有更多的说法吗？没有了。
那现在只发现的一个枪械，
枪分
反杀
顶军地战被
A 下半场
技能一下中 A 对，
但尽管可以自己主动选择到重甲，但 Raga 的盲侠打头其实
When they just shot his shot on Josh RT. Yeah, but it's more like when there was already in like the group of like he was already talking with Anders quite a lot and stuff, you know. Like it's not like he was just an unknown person talk to Josh RT kind of thing. I don't think. I'd be surprised if he was just a random who then just started talking to Josh. But it is kind of like that. It's just like get amongst people, the right groups, and then I don't know. It's partly networking and partly just having examples of good work. A lot of like, I'll be honest, over the years, I could probably criticize a lot of the moves made by coaching staff, i.e., head coaches picking up assistant coaches, because quite often what is valued mostly for head coaches working with assistant coaches is someone who's just easy to work with and nice. And like there's a lot of assistant coaches that I probably wouldn't work with, but like they're just nice and easy to work with. And so people would just prioritize that. Networking always sounds so vague. Of course it is. Like go into the discords with coaches in them, come to channels where you have coaches talking, and just be someone that they recognize. DM someone, like if you got a genuine question, authentically have a question about a map, go into Anders's chat or my chat or something, and then just like ask the question, and slowly over time just build a rapport. It's not that you know, it's not that difficult. Nepotism, man. It's nothing to do with nepotism at all. Like it's nothing to do with nepotism. This is how the world works for anyone who is under the age of 21, like who doesn't understand that. Like most people will choose someone to work with if there's some semblance of capability and also just seem like they're easy to hang out with. I think there's a joke in a movie that's like it's about that it's like that Google movie. It's a piece of shit, but it's kind of funny. And the test they do is like it's like the layover test they call it. Who would you rather spend like if you have a delayed flight, who would you rather spend the evening with like at a layover, like and just chat? Like yeah, the internship, yeah. Like it's that vibe like most of the time. But you also have to be competent like to some degree.
你为什么能立足？不就是这3个技能吗？
中路的视野获取，XLG 这下顶得很凶啊，就是还把 AG 逼回去了一记。
对，换人，你为什么能立足？不就是这3个技能吗？
中路的。
I'm sorry, we're using an interceptor to block a recon that you can shoot. I think I might have to. I guess it's an anti-strat. I'll give them a free pass, maybe. It's like on a bonus round, you are likely to see a flash recon waylay dash vibe here, and so I'll give them a pass. I'm not going to be too mean. If I see this interceptor one more time on a non-anti-eco round, I will be upset. I like this trip. I like this trip. I think this is just the best trip on the map. Arguably sometimes here, I guess. But like for like to stop them going this way, you know if they've pushed down. It's quite decent. I like it. The only counter, I guess, is this though. I guess this becomes a counter. The clone being used. It's quite interesting. I know it's just a bonus, but look at their positions, man. Look at their positions. We've never seen AG do anything close. I want to know, what are the best agents in each role in low rank like gold and plat? The best agents to play at that elo if you're looking to grind is just play duelists. You're looking to play duelists and take as many fights as possible. Potentially Clove as well, but just play duelists. You want to play the simplest duelist possible. You don't want to play Waylay, probably. You probably don't want to play Neon. You probably don't want to play Yoru. You're just looking to play like Reyna, Phoenix, Jet, kind of, kind of agents. I think Reyna and Jet are probably the ones you want to play. Once you get up a little bit in rank, maybe you look at Phoenix as a potential option. And then after that, you can start looking at Neon and Yoru and Waylay and stuff. Your goal is to take as many duels as humanly possible. You'll probably play worse to begin with, but over time you'll play better. Deep lines informs the rotation to 3A. I imagine if they did go A, they would also probably flank, which would be nice. All very good macro. Let's see what happens now when XRG actually get contact here. He's gonna go back, and then he could take a timing. And then what happens here? Do they just rotate back? Yeah, they're just gonna rotate back. Be very interested to see if they join. Ah, he whiffs. I'm surprised he doesn't come here. Macro decent from XRG there. But AG shoot themselves out of it.
可能高瑞奇也要需要提供到一些火力。
并且如果你去摸边线的话 ，AU1 这个角度，他也得打得更加激进一些。
Interesting traps up here. It looked like all gamers are ready for it. It looked like they're ready for something like that.
AU1 这个角度，他也得打得更加激进一些啊。不会也是长枪分嘛？
小生会晃，留一手在拿信息，听到了无人机的声音之后，直接选择给一个单向烟挂着。
没着急交这手暗影，还是留了一下，想要去跟队友打配合。
主要区外面，这波 Raga 支援的速度会很快。
Instant drone back.
看一下 XLG 的想法，他们是要近点硬扛，还是说过点
TP's got to come in soon. Rotating through here is mental.
我觉得这一分硬扛的概率比较低，想收过路费。有人被混到一丝血了。 而且 Noman 还想再去白嫖一个机场，这个闪交的非常好。是的 ，Noman 没来。
我觉得要看一下
yeah.
他们是要近点硬扛，还是说过点抽出过路费，放点回防？
I think a better team would drone this, but you can't just drone this without someone being ready to take space. Like someone should be ready. The Yoru should be ready to kind of take the space, and then he could decide whether he wants to keep pushing or just TP back and maybe leave the Omen. And then they should be, with that info, they should be ready to start going across. But instead they just play retake B. They play retake B essentially, and then it's kind of don't play retake B because no man just walks onto site by himself. So yeah, so no man just walks onto site and is wide swinging in an angle solo. That's not a very good angle in my opinion. I live in Brighton. Isn't Neon Yoru also pretty self-sufficient and solo ranked? Yes. Neon and Yoru are fantastic self-sufficient solo ranked duelists. The problem is that at low they require too much mechanical skill for someone who's in gold or plat. If at any point a gold or plat player is considering how to use utility, they're probably not playing the game right. Jet and Reyna don't require, like, Reyna's probably the best. You press one ability. Neon, you have to understand the mechanics of the movement, the slide, and the stun, which are all very high skill ceiling low, like high skill floor, high skill ceiling ideas. Yoru on attack side is a nightmare, and even on defense, you need to know how to place the TPs, which are all just is too much for someone who's gold or plat. Gold or plat players looking to be improved drastically should absolutely be thinking about shooting, and not so much about thinking about util. Of course, there's thinking involved, but you want to focus on shooting as much as possible. Yoru is the best one to get out of Ascendant. I disagree. Yoru, if you understand how to play Yoru, you're going to climb ranks on defense maybe, but you're gonna hit a wall quick. If you don't improve your mechanics and you're just improving your understanding of how to rotate, then you're not really improving at the game. Like there are agents like, for instance, like Killjoy is like the worst agent to try and rank up on. Well, the worst agent to try and get better at the game at. It might be good in the short term to rank up and stuff because you know your setups and stuff, but you essentially are making yourself play a version of the game that doesn't really work. You're never going to improve your mechanics. Util in every single rank up until Radiant is pretty much nonsense. You can play probably 3 or 4 duelists in ranked up until Radiant, and it's good. Do you think more teams play Vito at Santiago? Tiny bit, but not drastically. I think NRG are the only team to maybe run Haber at Santiago. We got any VOD reviewers? What do you mean? Still looking for an editor. Bro, I did have a chat with you, but like I need more initiative. Like I can't, like I don't know what I need or want. I need someone who can tell me what I need or want. And so like with our conversation, it was like I felt like you were asking me a lot of questions I don't have the answer to. So right now I'm not, no. Is KO not worse than Killjoy for ranked? KO, no. Okay, it depends what you're asking. Okay, let me just sidetrack this so we can get over. There's two different things about ranked, right? There are two things. If the goal is to rank up in the short term, that's very different than becoming better at the game, right? Which is a long-term goal. If in the short term, your goal is to simply rank up, playing an agent like Killjoy is probably a good idea. Because you can abuse subs and just play passive. In the long term, playing like KO I don't think is good at ranked, but in terms of Killjoy versus KO, I'd much prefer an agent that you can right-click flash and self-sufficiently duel on and learn how to actually shoot your gun. Shooting your gun is the most important thing in Valorant by far, and will be the most important thing in ranked always. Even like right now, it can't even be like it's more true now than ever. So if you just want to go from Ascendant to Immortal, or like gold to plat, then the short-term solutions are fine. If you're looking to actually get better at the game long-term, everything should be about your mechanics. Gecko buff might be out of Santiago, but I don't think so. It won't really affect much. Do you think VC teams could win this map wars completely ignore mid? No, you can't ignore middle. It's just that you don't have to like, you don't have to do this. Like, it's not that you're ignoring middle, it's that you either play it from these places or you're like pushing it. Ignoring it is not an option, no. Fighting it over fighting it in these spaces is just bad, I think. It doesn't. Well, I mean, it took Teo 2 weeks though, Kyle. I don't fully agree with the take. If it's like OP, then I think it depends. If it's obviously OP, I think that people are quite quick. If it's not obviously OP, people are slow.
断了，这个
无人机被打断了，
对无人机没了，看
想拼一下的。兄弟手上有一个
Most of the time, people are just copying other teams,
不
so
知道要不要交。
something has to be quite obvious, I guess, for
有点痛。
诶，这个雷击剑，
这波是2人勾啊，1人打。
I have not watched Nongshim yet, pro player, and so I have no opinion on them.
加法雷击剑过来，直接断了。
When I VOD review the team that you're asking about, I'll have an opinion.
第一波有说法吗？Leo 过来，先把 Fangir 收掉。这个宇宙分裂是下侨包的。
我这敢开无人机的。
哦，找到2个人过来，要去直接提前枪找，还要过来
哦
去配合这个无人机的一个透视系统。
这个
That's a flood.
变态。
这还是
6比11，并且直接进入到一个纯甜分。
这里
现在
看到了，
看到了。
对，
但是一般来说，给这个技能队友会给个消散，帮忙藏一下。
I was gonna say, you just spam it at this point.
有一手这个慧眼混的也很准。
I mean, XPG have nobody here.
但这边直接提了吗？要
巡击剑直接过来，但是反制的巡击剑也会让 XLG 这一波会拿到更多的这个信息，知道这个
哦
没进。无人机也是看到了脚下有人，可以 TP 出去。但 Fangir 这个位置其实有点危险，雷击剑又来了。
Oh,
好在这次活动空间比较宽啊。
okay, eco.
生活的上来讲，
是大胆的那个人直接就倒了 ，LG 比的。
What players have impressed me from Santiago? From China? I mean, these two players are popping off all the time. Raga's always looks pretty good, and Happy Way stats right now are ludicrous. So like, probably these 4. Unfortunately, I'm not really looking closely at the individuals though.
前面
Like,
强势的一波了。这应该中路前推超级快，有可能有一些侧身会被抓到。
对，用烟盖技能直接过来，能抓侧身吗？
抓到了，已经抓到了。
抓到了。后续留一手。
that was really nice from XOG.
抓到了，侧身会被抓。但问题是，
Isn't there a better lineup here? Didn't I remember Anderson like EG had a lineup where they like throw it off here. They thrown it so badly that they could omen smoke it.
是 XLG 没有经验，中路前推超级快，有可能
They omen smoke it and just kill people on the flank.
抓到了，已经抓到了。
抓到了。
Yeah, nice from XOG. But yeah, all gamers didn't look very good this map.
剑包
2支队伍要
Came down to 1v1 somehow. I wouldn't be playing VO if I was them. It's like the VO is kind of like, it's funny that they want to play so passive. Yeah, I can't. They won it twice. They won it twice. Okay. Haven. What have we got on Haven? Euro Wele. It's something we very rarely see on this map. The Euro Wele. I actually like this a lot. I like this comp. I'll be honest, I think this comp is cool. I prefer it to this comp at this point. I used to be a Viper fan. I still like Viper, but I'm done with this comp. I quite like this. Quite like it. Let's see what they do. I see them postured to be aggressive. This is the thing about Haven, is that there's no chance that they're not pushing past, like, that the line here is kind of rough because, like, you would expect, like, I think the line's more like here, but you kind of expect definitely line here, but then Haven's so ingrained into people to push up to like this spot and this spot. Is the line actually more like this? I don't know. Probably. I'm gonna draw the line. I'm gonna change the goalpost slightly. I'm gonna draw the line here. Like, that's the line for me on this map. Hey Lou. I wish everyone on this stream a beautiful day except the streamer. I lost 150 hours and 24 hours since you raided me. You threw me a curse. You're already Ascendant 3. I don't even know what R is, honestly. Yeah. Ascendant 3 player flaming me. It's cool.
搜索这张地图开局的一个部署。
4, I don't count defense. I don't count pistol. Like, they're gonna pass this line on defense on pistol, but I need to see it on a gun round. 4A push, classic pistol. I don't want to see them open this cam. If I see... Ooh. Ooh, open this cam before the plant, I'm going to be annoyed. I want to see them use this camera to help facilitate the retake. Why do we need to open this cam right now? No cam open. No cam open. No! Why? Okay. I knew it was happening. I knew it was happening. I'm gonna just annoy myself. These fucking teams, man. Honestly. I might ask Zeta. I'll be like, Zeta, guys, like, there's a team that's made me so annoyed. Can you let me work with them? They've annoyed me so much. I need a side team for a little bit. I need a side team for a little bit. Like right now, we should be going flank, bat. We open cam as soon as we get close, and then we know where they are. We can omen paranoia where we see them and go. What did that cam do that these trips didn't do? What is the point of having trips? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is the line. I don't get it. I bet this is what Lou probably tells her team to do is, yeah, open the cam, guys. Open the cam. Tell us what's happening. They still win, but it's vastly inefficient. For some reason, the team with a Viper is pushing past their own Viper orb. Nice, guys. It worked. It did work. It is pistol. I'll give them that. It's pistol. They don't really have much util. Overwhelming on pistol is probably better, but it is if I see this on a gun round, I'll be very confused. Nice shrimp. Unlockable. Eco doesn't count. The line doesn't count on eco. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Anti-bonus round. Your TP not use cross map. Camera and trip used on the same line. Not the worst, but like if we're using a full info trip here and then a full info cam here for C-long, it's a little bit inefficient. Will I duo with Lou? I'm not here to carry noobs, man. I'm not here to carry noobs. Like, we need to be, you know. She just told me that she's on a 200-hour loss streak. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I think the reality is that I'm so bad at the game that I'd inevitably be terrible, and then all the flame that I've just given, we will just end up losing every single game. Mini Lou, imagine the duo name. Mini Lou? Is that a good name? Mini Lou. Coacher then. You guys can't flame. You guys can't flame. You're a bunch of fucking noobs, you are. Minlu.
但上次失误的
Luwin
亏
Luwini.
不会再犯了。
对，这是专门留了个人啊。
I don't understand Mini Lu. Oh, it's like Mini Boo. Oh yeah,
看一下
it is like Mini
直接
Boo.
开路，闪过来，第一波看一下，直接加枪。来说，对，感觉不了太多的时间来夹击。
车库其实只有线的话是相对薄弱的。
对，确实拖不了太多的时间。A1 这个位置，
自己反而被混残了。
对
Cam is open for no reason. Again.
感觉 C 点放的好轻松啊，对 AJ 来说。
对。
Let's play full retake C with a Cypher and then have our camera break. For some reason, it's alive still. Why is this camera not being broken?
是的，这半线这个技能，哎，
混掉了。下完包之后，Leo 是被混掉了。中路东盘再次想绕，但上次吃过的亏 ，AG 不会再犯了。
Okay, nice little contain on the lurk. 5v3, easy peasy. I don't like this. Why are we not waiting for this Viper Orb? Just wait for the orb for a couple of seconds. Why are we trying to force for a Viper Orb, guys? What are we doing? Doesn't make sense. Since you didn't do in 2 days ago in Plat Chant, or nor in stream after or in yesterday's stream, would you want to show us your new bed? If you can form a sentence that makes sense, then potentially. But until you do, that's a no. He is a sub, so he's allowed to ask the question, but now he has to actually speak. he needs to form sentences that make sense. Extra savage? I'm not extra savage. Someone's being weird asking me to show off my bed. I'm allowed to snap back a little bit. Yeah, China's done this to me. It's not really. I'll give them it. I'll give them it. They've passed the line. The critic in me, the kind of like the kind of, does it count if he's got a judge? I think it's still fine. He has pushed the line. Twice in 5 maps. What's the bit about my bed? I think it's because on Plat Chat I said I got a new bed, and then TMV was joking about my bed stand. What's this line theory you talk about? Basically, my it's kind of a joke about Wargamers that they don't push past any valuable space on defense and will just hold behind barriers. And so, like, I've kind of drawn it slightly different for this map because I think that on this map it's obvious that that you shouldn't stand, like, you shouldn't be standing obviously behind the barrier A, and it's a little bit more obvious at this point. But I've never seen them actually do anything aggressive ever past the barrier. That's not on a pistol round or an eco round. And he hates non-English speakers, noted. That's not true. I just think that if you're gonna ask me a question about my bed, it has to at least make sense. If you push the line one side, you lose the other side, right? No. Okay, let me put it this way. If you've already lost one side, and you're never pushing past the line on the other side, like, flip it around. Flip this around. So that it's like, I've got an easy checkmate on you. Like, flip it around. If the attack takes part of the map, right, and is past your line, the obvious answer is for you to push past a line somewhere else, right? That's pretty basic theory. I've not seen them do that once. There is kind of an interaction here, Cal. There kind of is. But fundamentally, I've not seen them actually just do anything that... They're playing a double duelist comp on every map, and for it to be good with double duelists, you need to be reactive and proactive, and they're not reactive or proactive.
剩下的 XOG 两人应该是要选择保枪了。刚还在说可能 AG 上分打完之后经济不太好，这分上来就是一个0换3，成功保下来的枪加上拿分的话，可能经济也能够攒一攒。
Screaming Turkish teams is like if LATAM teams could actually aim.
没有必要掉更多的枪。下一分 Raga 有终极技能，经济还可以。
I don't have a hot take about that. As someone who doesn't inspect the LATAM region. The one round this map has been with a judge. A judge.
高阶低档，不知道，测一下。
哦 ，Raga 已经电死一个 ，OK。
还有雷击剑。
但这雷击剑真的好射吗
I do think the. No, it's not.
还是关键。
必须放了，然后两个人来顶车库。
Double bait garage.
直接给烟。
It's a camera above the Yoru to kind of bait or something. Omen ult. He's protecting Omen ult. I liked how the team the other day did it, where like the Yoru came here. Oops, sorry. The Yoru came to here, and then had his TP here in case the Omen ulted, and then could get a shot off, and then still TP and break the Omen ult. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna remove this line. I don't even need to draw this line anymore. It's just there. It's there ingrained in my fucking head. There's no... Like, I understand some teams like to play like this. This is like a heretics approach to playing against this Viper wall. I think that you have to be ballsy nowadays about it, though. Playing double duelist, I feel like you watch the best teams on Haven, and they're gonna just disrespect this wall a lot of the time. They just get up close. Or they just big dick it and just like watch here and then just kind of presume that you're not here sometimes. I think you just have to be active and make logical guesses. It's a very attack-sided map. If you're going to keep 2 here the entire game, you're probably going to be in some trouble, I feel like, at a certain point. We've proven right now that our retake C is not... I don't think... I think if they Viper Orb here and post plant C, we're kind of fucked. So I'm not sure we can play 2A that have no rotation tools like this. I'm not making pick'ems for Santiago. I refuse. Does the future look bright as a coach? What does that mean? Does my future look bright as a coach? Does your future look bright as a coach? Does the future of Valorant look bright in general from a coach's perspective? Oh, Demon 1. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't make the tweet. I was gonna make a tweet about Americas that was like, because Chamber basically wasn't being played at all by almost any team apart from G2. And like before even we saw G2, I was gonna tweet something like, if I was the worst team in Americas after kickoff, you immediately kick a player, pick up Demon 1 and put him in Chamber. And it was kind of funny that like C9 had to basically have a sub and then got Demon 1 and then put him on Chamber. And look what happened. It was like, okay, no brainer. Like, I think I don't love speculating on someone, but like, obviously the way people present themselves can be different, but like than what they actually are like. I do think that there are challenges probably in coaching him, probably, but I think that you put him on Chamber, you ask him to frag, he's probably going to do that job. Yeah, Oxy on Chamber was good too. Chambers was good. Chambers was good. That NV team should just play double duelist Chamber. It's not, I think it's kind of, it has gaps in it, but like, it's funny because Envy are like rankers, right? They're supposed to be like the team that runs it down. But in a meta where everyone runs it down, what is the edge you can find? And it's just like the Chamber is like that extra bit of like rankedness, you know? that they probably should just do. It's probably not as solid or well-rounded, but it makes sense for their players and for their style. The reason to put him on Smokes and Santi is to balance out their composition. But I think that their team is like, it's not about balancing. It's about just putting people on the right stuff, I think.
对手暂停回来之后的他们这个调整是真的快啊！是，基本上在你可以看到，在今天这个比武的下半段，对方很难猜得到他们下一轮要做什么了。
而且现在
Was this the team that was like failing to scale on attack side split?
成为一个突破点，你不太好在点后
The Sky, yeah, it was. It's
技能。
否则就是你要投入更多的兵力。
对，就像现在这样，3个人过来，要么顶，要么直接高低双架、3架。但这次 XLG 很懂，磨不来了，我也打了这么多分币，你肯定有所部署了。
我感觉是
it's so passive.
AG 这个阵容
We do react through middle.
这一套真的拦不住啊！这半下这个技能其实是真的不会到影响到对方很多定点的节奏。
你最多拿个信息嘛。
Even their mid, their heavy mid is not even an abuse of the Killjoy. It's just standing here. It's a little bit mental. The flood in that kill from Kira was everything.
其实留守是还有离魂的，
Never mind, it was nothing.
这样 CQ 好比较到人已经
愿意选双烟的原因啊，还没有换防守落位。
我觉得 XLG 就是一直往这个 C 点去，打到会防守为止。
但反正不管怎么样，上来肯定是要先处理你的
白板
C 点车库的位置，
左边很局，大部队一起推。
帮忙弹个闪。
How does XLG lose this map? I don't know. I don't know.
在点后顶吗？哎呀，没有隔断烟啊，烟太慢了。给个暗眼，但这个暗眼真的能救吗？光能闪爆直接推，回复展开硬下这个包，赛博球楼封一下，但是这个位置也递出来。好了，也哎呦，精准没拆。
第二波
被救到了，
第三
人我接头难。
这点会被控制打掉。
其实有一个小的办法，就是半线
Eco.
半线可以晚一点给。
They push on Eco.
可以，
对，半线晚点给或者幽影过去帮忙防守。
我觉得幽影至少得站中路 A 点是肯定去不了了。
对，
要不然他隔断烟太慢了。
还是谁？
因为我是雷克斯，现在半线都没有。
对，
还要一顶，还要一顶。
这波不顶不行啊，回防一直赢不了。和 Gear 用个人能力掰掉了一个 ，AU1 也在掰。
Look, I know it's like, I know it's not really relevant, but when they actually go active, they get information and are able to have multiple people ready to fight. It's a little bit newbie here from XLG for sure, and there isn't any kind of protection for AG, so it is just hitting shots, but some rounds you're seeing the Cypher solo trying to hold and dying. At least here he's got one and a half extra person. This Omen should have been across. This might be the best defense round they've played, and it's still not amazing.
但车库已经能够捡枪了。
无人机过来，直接扎到了。
位置已经很绝望了，光能闪爆，最终
这波站位了秦推的短。
离自己非常
近了。
对。
Okay. First gun round, we see something, and we see nice. It's taken 5 maps to round 10 to see a reactive push based on information on the map, and it all comes from an active play at the start of the round. It's taken us a long time, but we finally got something. We've finally done it, guys. We fucking done it. Someone clip this clip and send it to all gamers.
AG 是可以强控下来的，而且
本盖尔这把狙推得很靠外哦，
这个
并且炮台没有预警，
但 pin 点好像有猜到哦，有人在架，对。
知道有 timing 能过，但他们应该
没想到是把狙，
Oh my god.
可以强控下来的，而且
粉盖尔这把狙推得很靠外哦，
这个
并且炮台没有预警。
但 pin 点好像有猜到哦，有人在架，对。
Why doesn't he just hold this line the entire time and then just ult to get out? Isn't that the play here? You hold here. Like, why is he? Yeah, he fucked up. Like, you just hold that line. You take the shot, you jump this way, and ult. Yeah, I think Severe. Yeah, I know Severe is good at that. Yeah, Severe is very good at that. Severe understands defense for sure.
延迟独木在的话，还是有打 B 的可能的。
但如果现在往 A 点走的话，那近点是没烟的，前点位要打接触吗？
躲一下吗？
来看一下，
烟3了，
没有能够对过 Kira。
But then they. So they do then try to be reactive again. But they're so far back. It's almost like this player's not helping this, and then this group of 3 isn't doing anything. And then they do drone out. They're just like pushing through Viper wall and shit. I don't know. It is probably the best round of defense they've played so far, technically, macro-wise. Still issues. Sorry, Zico, I don't really care. Hmm? Oh, Silver ult start of round on A. That's not real. Okay. There is an active effort to try and get deeper lines. I wouldn't hate it to just like waylay ult. Waylay just stand somewhere dumb like this and just ult off a contact. And then if they go C, just go and ult retake. You see, once again, like this is a kind of classic situation that happens where it's like we have one guy aggressive, but because we're never taught to push out ever, we're always rotating this way. Look what happens. We just have people grouped up here and we're just really confused as to what's going on. And this drone is so late. Like, they don't... Yeah. The info cycling is quite poor. If you look at the drone usage from the defense, it's always... It's almost like they drone on the timing in which XLG is about to hit. I mean, they get away with murder, man. Despite all that, they won. It's crazy. So many people in the crowd at China, man. Okay. Attack side, attack side. Let's give us something. Give us something. 7-5. You win this map, right? One smoke. I hate this from defense, though. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you're pressured, if in a 1-3-1 pistol, as soon as you lose this, you need to react. We need to see some reaction. This poor motherfucker is gonna be stood on A by himself, about to be hit by 5 people. He does run away, though. But he's running and there's no activity happening at all. I mean, they've lost the round. They've lost the round. 5v5, retake on A. It's Jova. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, no, it's fine. The only thing that ever like fucks me up when I make that curse is Neon somehow always manage to get through, but I think that they shouldn't be getting through here. It's a bit easier on pistol round to do this retake, I'll be honest, but in general, I prefer AG's position 99 times out of 100. One of the reasons why I actually lost so much because they were using Munchkin Viper 1 defense, but they didn't have someone like Foxy9 to be able to utilize it properly, back it up. Isn't Foxy9 the player over here, not over here? Yeah, post plant positions. Yeah, I mean, Lysor should be under here. Our Neon should. Oh, wait. Sorry, we didn't have Paranoia. He might have meant the orb, maybe. It's very risky. Four A.
这一波应该会选择直接顶一波，但上来
前拆一个，但是6直接用蟒侠穿掉了高瑞奇。
It's unlucky.
点了枪头，但枪械不是特别的好。双方在不停的出现人数的互换。海佩维是
What, the ADS Spectre? 10-5. 10-5. I don't think it's a hot take to say that XOG are the better team at this point.
因为换边的3-0这个局面意味着 AG 他们的经济是很差的。
这一分也算是一个半气了，半气以上，2把封刺了。
小神卫晃他已经晃到了信息。
给了技能，
完全不给机会啊！在这边的存钱分里面，流水很清楚。我现在只要稳稳的加入枪，不要跟你1换1，这分是不会有太多悬念的。
我感觉这一波对于 AG 来说，应该要考虑去打 C 点了，车库冲一下。
What's the point of a turret if we're gonna be holding this?
对，我觉得确实要考虑先清理一下车技能组了。
The intentionality behind sub sometimes is questionable.
你有猎枭在的情况下，车库的技能是很好清的。
好，直接飞 B 点吗？
Like I understand they're playing like a they're playing basically like a default setup, but like you need to change your shit around depending on what's happening. I guess Raga they just prefer to keep this turret here in case Raga rotates, I guess, but he just holds it the whole round. Sorry. Drone garage. Smoke B. Dash back site. Groot is 1-12. Where's the smoke? Why has Kira got no smokes? No, wait. Why has Lysor got no smokes? This is so greedy. The greedy boy. Greedy boy. When does Lysor get smoke back? How far away is he from his smoke? Surely now. No, okay.
大家拆了。
再去找，但这个巡力箭照的效果其实比较一般，给了雷击箭，
电死了！
爆炸器已经拆到了一半，再混，再强行进2个烟，
Close. That would have been over as well. What is it like? How close is that? Like 0.1 second or something?
第一网保但这份带来的收益是巨大的，大功啊，完成了一个破点，主要是他把 C
第6 ，Raga 也是起到了明居。
Too many ads. Too much Red Bull ads. Unlucky. Unlucky.
而且还有一个点是 AG 刚刚赢下来分数，如果再输的话，又是变成断子连败了。
没错。
I can't prove it, but I just know you're packing a monster. Last stream he said Mini put it in. And then the stream before he said Mini let me suck it. The stream before he said I love you Mini. The stream before he said bring back Leo. And the stream before he said couch Mini you so Mini. I mean, it's probably not even the weirdest person in the chat right now, to be fair, but it's it is something. It's something. Wait, and then someone's put Fool's Champ a goth girl, perhaps. Like, that's probably more weird. Like, that's probably more weird than that person, because that person's obviously going for weird on purpose, whereas you've said something weird without really trying to be weird. So I think you've lost that one. You've lost the weird competition to a guy saying that I'm packing a monster.
让队友去往他那个角度推了个黑，想直接四面去抓，但也只是个1换1。刘一手赶到战场的时间非常的快，8发子弹，容错率非常低，选择先退。离魂去了 C 外啊，
但 C 大这个位置要打夹击的，离的位置还有点远哦。
对，有烟在做隔断，Happy Way 让队友去。
B B. We got B. We got double nanos. We got people running in. B. All gamers are going B. Against the Viper wall. Against Genji Viper wall. Oh, this team is something else, man. This team is something else.
C 大这个位置要打夹击的，离的位置还有点远哦。
对，有烟在做隔断，Happy Way 在点后，对面是东满被解决。
Interesting. Good? I don't know. Interesting, at least. I can't. Coming out of the ult is kind of awkward, though. Okay, what is Groot doing? Groot, come on, man. He's pushing. He's not only pushing a Viper ult, he's pushing through. Like, how do you pushing through a smoke in a Viper ult? Like, it's. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, okay, I'm gonna read it out right now. This is because I'm writing notes for Plat Chat in case they're doing a China segment, right? And this is what I've got so far. And it sounds mean, but it's the truth. This is everything I've got. So, all gamers defense, Euro usage. Euro used like a jet, which is passive. The ult picks are solo ideas. There's no synergy between the setups. There's low intentionality. They're not using babysitting techniques like the Euro walking with a +1 or +2 to take space. In which like the attack would then, you know, if the attack fights, you use your flashes and clones to fight. If the attack isn't there, you TP. Like, none of that has happened with Euro. Astra stars, there's no aggressive stars. Aggressive stars are never conditioned, and then when aggressive stars are used, they're rare. And because they're not conditioned, they're really obvious. General steps and rotations. You could draw a horizontal line across the map on the barriers, and AG will always be behind them, bar eco rounds. Rotations are always through CT. Veto usage. They're using Veto Interceptor to kill recons that you can shoot. retakes. They're forcing retakes through Viper Orbs and opening cameras before retakes even happen. Split attack size scaling. They're dogging through Viper Orbs constantly and not able to scale through orbs. Like, it's a lot. I don't understand how Fangir is like so high up in the opening attempt stuff when there are no opening attempts ever being there's no aggression on defense. Like you can unless this one final is different, the stats don't make sense here at all. To me, the way I read this stat is if it's a true stat, it's because he's being pushed more so. He's in the right place at the right time. He's not aggressive. There's been it looks like he wants to be aggressive but isn't allowed to be.
脸上安装爆能器吗？但海北卫也不太敢出这个回复。
但问题是清不到点后，进攻方是肯定站不住点后的。
他可以等队友过来之后把回复落了。
对，
哎，给
弹球弹到了，
真的很不错，但是特意有人来帮忙。不过人数的优势还是渐渐倒下来。
1v2 as well. XOG should have won this game. They should have won this game.
优势还是渐渐倒向了 XLG 这个打野。
看一下 LC 残局的业。
对 ，Raga 在跑 ，Raga 在充能及时，这个 timing，Tira 也是捕捉到了10比7 ，XLG 的经济已经进入到一个比较尴尬的状态，有点难。
Not bad anti-eco though. Like searching with the Marshal, the Arrow. Whilst the other team's ready to go to the other side. Probably too aggressive for my liking a little bit, but yeah, as soon as he sees that person, probably just run away. Into C. Nice anti-eco.
看一下暂停完回来之后，侯雅第一波的调整。
They play 3A and have full space. Don't push out. I'd prefer to see the push out here, but it's all good. Neon's probably going to get here in time because that's how ludicrous it is on this map sometimes. This can't... I'm not being funny, but where is... Okay. That's unlucky. That is unlucky. Kind of unlucky. The fact he's not using spit here is a little bit newbie, I think. I think you need to spit. But it does reveal his position, I guess. And Lysor isn't smoking. He's smoking right side. It's weird. Yoru ult A? Oh, it's the Fnatic strat. Fnatic used to do this where they go garage and then TP and go A. When Santiago start? I don't know. But they don't do any pressure here at all. And then the TP is usually sewers on the strat. Yeah. Okay, 5v4 for XLG. How did they lose this one? Two sides of the map at once. Honestly, at this point, you can just play retake C, I guess. 5v3. Leo, the real Leo would never face that. Like that.
但太难了，感觉这个回防过程中，
4v2.
Raka 这个位置2楼感觉得打协同了，明狙出来
4v2.
撕了，但1楼的这个口子有点窄、啊。
I kind of hope they win this.
哎，又偷一个，但这个
So the narrative is easy. Yeah, it's easy. XLG should have won.
完成了一个非常经典的逆转，他们现在气势如虹。
哇，这样的一个2打4，在没有任何技能，甚至对面还有一把狙的情况下面，硬是被2个人操作下来了。反而是 XLG 在有绝对的人数优势的情况下面，打得太过于保守了，他们完全没有配合上。
我太犹豫了呀！我觉得这一波其实，我记得刚刚 Raga 好像有一个滑铲。
对，我觉得当时可能最好的情况是 Raga 把狙给到队友，自己滑铲稍微去拉一下枪线，并且离魂已经看了2人的落位了。
我觉得即便给不到队友，也应该滑铲下来帮1楼拉枪线。
没错，
他2楼直接被撕了，这1楼也太挤了，根本就出不来。
并且他狙拉出来之后
Do people outside of China still call you coach every now and again? What does that do you mean? Outside of Zeta still call you coach? What coach? I think the last time I got called coach was Enzo. I don't think people some say Coach Mini. I don't think anyone's ever called me Coach really. Mini is my name, people say.
那这样子的话 ，XLG 是直接选择了强起，有一把数位，一把害灵。
I saw Enzo at Champs. And he said hello, coach, or something. Kyojuro ult for retake. Happy Way's gonna dance that instead. Nice, Happy Way.
能器全面封锁布置出来之后，其实确实没有反制的手段，只能够退。但离魂的位置被6发现了，没有办法落地。Fangir 有 TP， 点内想去抽一个免费枪，那也来到了安全的位置。
那现在就是比谁混颜色准了。哎呦喂！话音未落，他已经把对方的 Nova 混掉。自己虽然阵亡，但只要一直打。
That drone was too early. Leo would never drone that early.
看一下落到。
You have to drone on tap. Okay, well it all. It's over.
我觉得甚至得看一下 Raga。
吃到任何的优势打保守。
一般来说，你一直 XL
他一个点有狂烈之怒。
They're not doing like the attack side movement is fine. Grouping up. The movement from defense has been a bit weak, but they're on low buy. They got judges and shit, so it was a little bit like, oh, there's noise here. Let's just rotate. We're leaving our 1A, who, I mean, they should never be leaving 1A against no Viper. What I mean is they should never not know they're going A to some degree. There's no Viper wall. It's a lot easier against no Viper to kind of sense what's happening on A. I know they have cages, but this guy, why did that guy not watch the long angle? Okay, he saw someone, and where's the movement? 0 movement at all after seeing a player re-clear A. It's a bit weird. An impossible round for XLG. 4v5 retake on A. That's crazy. That's a throw. How do I think China as a region would do at Santiago? I think they probably are the weakest region, like pretty comfortably. But with that being said, just because I think they're weak doesn't mean that they're gonna just flop. Like a team could still have a run and go like top 4 or something. But like they are pretty bad. In terms of like, if you were to run Santiago 100 times, they shouldn't. They would average the worst for sure. Okay, right. I'm gonna probably call it there. Just a shorter stream today. What day is it today? Thursday. I do need to get China done by Monday, so I wanted to focus more on China. Yeah, I mean, the Chinese teams, like, the individual talent looks pretty good. And I think that it's a bit scary if they were to almost, like, combine... If they were to make a super team right now, it would be ludicrously good. Like, 1 or 2 super teams in China would just fucking farm. But they need better coaching, to be honest. I'll have to watch XLG, EDG, but right now, Hoya's a coach that I think is decent. Like, I'm not like... I'm not putting him in the category of, like Alex or, like, the coaches that, you know, or, like, the more strategically sided coaches in terms of, like, he's the best or something. But he seems very solid. And you can tell the difference between the two teams. Like, you can tell the difference. About Autumn. I don't know enough about Autumn, but obviously public perception is pretty bad. When I watch EDG play, I will tell you what I think about Autumn. In terms of, like, the in-game stuff. Autumn's telling his players to shoot better. I have been in that spot. But very early in my career. Will I watch EMEA Clash? No. Not right now. Maybe VOD reviews if I need to at some point, if I get bored. In preparation for stage 1 maybe, because obviously I'll be broadcast desk for stage 1. It'd be interesting to see if there's any development happening with those teams. It might be too early though, because of the patch changes stuff. I don't know if they will be playing, like, Harbor or veering away from agents that are likely to get nerfed and stuff. Okie dokie. Right. Let's raid Yinsu. She's watching some GC. Alright, raid Yinsu. Right, I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably. I'll be streaming some more VOD reviews, potentially. But yeah. See you guys in a bit.